Good evening, everyone. Yeah, she's right. I can't see anyone except for the people in front. Okay, welcome once again to Love Out Loud by Lyrical Lunacy. Tonight, I'm going to be performing a set with lovely guitarist Gon accompanying me. Please give a round of applause to him. Okay, I have a bunch of papers here because it's a lot. It's a lot. And also, if they look like they're burnt, it's because the printer was like, sheesh, heat. Those bars are hot. And so they just kind of came out like this. So, okay, please give us an introduction. Okay. To start us off tonight, I'm going to start with a poem that I am dedicating to you all for making it here tonight. This is a poem that is called Orison. Orison is another word for prayer, and it's basically what I hope that poetry gives to you tonight. So as you experience the art that we are sharing with you, I hope that you all find something beautiful to take home with you. So here's Orison. Just a second. May these words be a balm that soothes your soul. May they dance on your tongues like the ocean dances with the moon in twilight. May they pour over your spirit like oil flowing down to your feet. May they leave you glistening and basking in your own beauty. May these words take your breath and freeze time for a moment. May these words take you places your feet cannot. May the whispers spoken and unspoken be felt like tiny gentle breaths on the back of your neck. May these words shine and become a companion to those parts of you that felt alone. May the echoes drip into your heart like thick forest honey before a harvest. Let these seeds take root and sprout a new song. Let emotions that linger trickle down your spine like cold drops of water in the heat of summer. May your soul jump from unexpected shivers and the hairs that line your skin stand like soldiers on a battlefield. May you conquer your wars and be at peace. Please, walk through the darkness to dance in the light. May this be bliss to your soul. Thank you. Thank you. So my name is Onainyasha, and poetry at its core is love. It is love that urges us to give life to dying things with words. Love that begs us to adorn unpleasant experiences with beauty. It is love that chooses to find beauty in all things. So to share myself with you in words tonight is such an honor. I am the words, the phrase I am is a phrase that echoes perpetually throughout my work. And this is because for me, poetry has been a journey to seek myself out so that I might love myself well and that I might love myself fully. So I would like to invite you on a journey with a medley of poems that echo I am, just as an introduction. I am my mother's bruised knees bent in supplication and prayers, father's counsel spread between countryside road trips and church debates, words planted and watered by genuine friends, the light that feeds on light. I am a raw love poured from crucible furnace, a smelted ore that scorches flesh when handled in haste but left to cool sets into solid, unbreakable gold. I am love that will bend and stretch to wrap myself around your neck or hang on your ears. I am gold that spun from dust, making treasures of the nothing we have to a palace we call home. I am woman, child, spirit, soul, more. Strength today and weakness tomorrow. Peaky highs and lows that sink beyond the floors of valleys. I am broken clay and masterpiece, you see. I am spoken word poet, weaving your essence into soliloquies and sonnets. Farmhand, planting love on the garden of your opal skin. I am shapeshifter, a vessel molding to fit the space between your lungs. I am love that pulls your essence to the surface of your skin and makes you glow. I am here, and I am now, but tomorrow belongs to God. Darling, I am just pieces of broken clay, held together by divine hands. I am pieces of men and women who bore me, carried me from spirit to blood. I am pieces of the journeys that men have walked, pieces my feet have walked, and pieces of things I've had, pieces of people I've lost. If you will have me, take me home, piece by piece. Darling, there are days it will take nothing but a thought to love me. There will be days it will take the armies of heaven to offer me a kindness. Choose me anyway. Love me anyway. And darling, I am living on strings of grace. My hands hold on to mercy like a life raft in raging waters. Though grace is infinite, there are days my hands get weary and slip. Love me enough to pull my hands back to the ropes before I drown. And darling, there are days my past will sneak into our home using a set of old keys. Days when the past will lurk in old shadows, playing old games with you and I. Love us enough to chase the invaders out and guard this precious home with me. Darling, I am just pieces of clay. I will not live up to the statues your dreams have erected. I have no majesty to offer you, nothing to tie to my name except the love I have for you. If you need to, let me down gently lest I fall and shatter to dust and lose myself in the wind. Thank you. Thank you. More. Thank you. Okay. I have another poem. Love, today's about Valentine's Day, and it was important to me to create a journey that reflects what I believe about love. And all the places that I believe love, of course, is romantic, but there's love everywhere. And love is a fountain that does not run dry. It has fed the hearts of men since time began to tick. It's love that urges us and gives us a reason and purpose to live. Love is the one thing that fuels us, be it love in and of people, in and of experiences, in seasons or places. For me, poetry crystallizes beautiful moments as well. Moments that time would have devoured. Poetry gives me an opportunity to savor them like salt. And so I want to start this section with a medley of poems, starting with Remember, and then moving to This Is What They Say. Sorry, let me just move this. Is this clearer? Yes? Okay. Okay, so I will begin with Remember and transition into This Is What They Say, and then transition into I Am Getting Tired. Okay, so this is 3 poems I'm going to say in one go. Remember how you used to spill your heart's literature as we lathered our throats with velvet and burgundy swirls. How we would forsake slumber, refusing to waste a moment of the nights we had, swaying on and off rhythm and filling the air with laughter. Remember feasting our souls with Cypriot sunrises that tore into days with rays that danced elegantly on the surface of your opal skin. Remember how our hearts danced in the eclipsing moonlight, how we turned the darkness in each other to a beautiful song. This is what they say, that only a lover knows how to house a burning furnace inside their ribcage, knows how love can burn like an erupting volcano and yet still thirst for more life to consume. Only a lover knows how the crack of two lips can make a heart sing with passion the color of blood. They say only a heart that has known love knows what it is for one's presence to compel time to stand still. How lips can press prayers with kisses, mingling between realms and timeless moments. This is what I know. That though I speak as one, I carry the voices of 1,000 poets in each breath. That my voice carries the weight of their souls, and these words are the wings that soar to heaven with hope to meet your prayers at the altars of love. I know that 1,000 hearts cannot contain the love I have for you, and this love is not for sale, but it will cost you everything. This is my invitation to feast. Set your gluttony free in me and never leave home on an empty stomach. And darling, if love is blind, let us write the story in Braille. Let your fingers press the language of your soul across the canvas of my skin. Let my body memorize the taste of your moist lips, and let my mind find you in scents. Taste the texture of your thoughts and remember the scent of your dreams. Let me feel the temperature of your emotions and melt like ice on your tongue. Let your gaze enslave my soul. Let me remain here, where we dance in silence to the rhythm of our hearts, where your touch makes me weak and makes weakness feel exhilarating. Here, this is where we stay, in the space between each breath and in the swelling of lungs with new breath, here in this place called life. Because I am getting tired. I'm getting tired of writing about love that looks like butterflies and red cheeks and red roses. Love that swirls like a ballerina or red wine on a sunset. I'm getting tired of meeting plain men where romance ought to be. Because no one warns us about love, about the labor of love, about all the feelings that are still called love yet look nothing like red rose showered, pious poetry. No one warns us about love that will strip us of our names, love that will strip us of our pride, about love that will pierce through the veils we've kept to navigate perceptions of virtue, love that shines bright light on molding character, yet sinks fingers deep and scrapes with bleeding nails to dig for gold. Love that fights, goes to bed bruised, but love that always remains. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. The next medley of poems begins with a poem that's called Dear Valentine. And Dear Valentine is very interesting for me because it is one poem that actually came from a dream. And what was funny about this dream is that when I woke up, it was the most tangible experience I've ever had. And it's funny how love will knock on the doors of our hearts in all realms. It will knock here. It will knock at us in the spirit, in dreams, in subconscious spaces. Today, happiness will be a poetry night. Tomorrow, happiness will be a mango sticky rice dessert somewhere. And so, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, dreams that when you wake up, you can almost taste how real the dream was, and it even feels more powerful and more potent than the reality that you're in. And so I love that we have the opportunity to extract and live out beauty in multiple spheres. And so please enjoy this medley, starting with Dear Valentine. Dear Valentine, my emotions are an ocean that roars and rages in the bottle that is my body. I feel the waves crashing at the edges of my fingertips. The current follows in the rhythm of my heartbeat. You are the moon that rises my tide, spilling my feelings onto shores I cannot count. My love I cannot contain, and passion I cannot hide. Last night I felt your arms, locking me into the warmth of your embrace. I remember giving my heart permission to fall as I basked in the sweetness of your love. I remember the mountains that stood still, glaring in wonder at the sight of us, and remember how the sun kissed our faces in approval. May our love forever be such stuff as dreams are made of, the eternal coal of our hearts intertwined with divinity. It began in the dreaming. You looked to meet my gaze, left me stranded, struck with awe in an infinite moment, caught up in a speechless haze, not a single word equal to an illustration of you. How could I condense your radiance, the essence of the sun upon a glance of a single ray? Your eyes were portals to worlds beyond the realms of mankind. How could any two lips condense your spirit to the vernacular of earthly tongues? 'Twould be as one telling tales of the shape of water or the color of the wind, a conundrum between ordinary and fabricated fallacies. It grew in bliss. You were like one whose heart dances to the sound of raindrops falling, like one who whispers and gives voice to the wind, like the soar that pours music into the current of the ocean, like dust rising when it is trampled, and just like the smell of wet dust when rain falls for the first time. You were a moment with no equal, a dream in motion and poetry personified. But do you know the smell of the rain? Do you know the colors of the sun or the sky? Have you heard the whistles and voices in the wind or danced to the rhythm of the rain? Have you sat at bay giving ear to the opera of the ocean? Have you ever heard a heart beat for you? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Oh! Okay, I'm getting clumsy now. Time for me to round up. Okay, so to round up, I would like to leave you guys with a reminder to carry within yourselves as we lavishly share our love with those that surround us, with our friends, our lovers. May we also remember to leave room for ourselves. This is a very short medley of poems that I dedicate to each one of you. If you need to, you can close your eyes if it helps you absorb this. This is my final message to you all tonight. Precious, to me, You are 1,000 answered prayers. You are 1,000 songs and 10,000 poems that are still flowing from fresh ink. You are moonstones and jasper, the secrets whispered in the morning breeze and sung by the first singing bird. You are like the miracle of a sunrise, sun-kissed glory and grace. May your deep call unto you, reminding your ageless radiance that you are not called to discover yourself. You are simply called to be yourself. So shine in this precious truth. Revelation. When we've gotten to the end of love, given pain and bitterness their time, when we have hated and resented lover and ourselves, when we have nursed our wounds in darkness or whatever light remained, we must remember that even at the zenith of pain there is forgiveness and release. And at the end of release there is hope capable of bringing us back to the genesis of love. Mine. Just like the rain does not belong to the sky, and grapes do not belong to the vine, these words do not belong to me. When the ground has swallowed the fruit of the vine, it sprouts a new mother, one that would drink from the rain and feed the birds, the ants, the vineyards and winepress. It will nourish the worms, the squirrels, and replenish the ground. Mine is the honor of a vessel, the pleasure of giving words life, being the mother who gives each piece to its new keeper. After you've watched over and nourished your souls, release them again to their new guardians. Please share these words with those who need them. Abiding love. Here is love at the brim of your heart. At the beginning and end of those deep breaths, 3 words at the exit of an explosion. Like dynamite that bursts outward, a love that leaves and wreaks chaos but never returns home in peace and still moments. Will you dare to love yourself? Thank you.